Hello, wonderful universe. It's Jennifer here at Eureka Astrology and Healing. And today we're going to focus in on the Leo full moon and manifestations that you can work with on the Leo full moon, as well as a tarot card that I pulled for this Leo full moon, which will be on Wednesday, February 16th. With that, let's just talk a little bit about Leo and Leo's energy. Remember, the moon is a reflector. It's not the sun, which actually the sun rules Leo. It's reflecting this energy. And with the moon being full, it's reflecting us fully back, this Leo energy. Right now, we're still in Aquarius, so we have that Aquarian feeling of friendship and our own individuality standing out, maybe being a little bit of a rebel or the genius. All these things are here and on the surface, and people are getting to enjoy them, see them. But with the moon, it's a feeling, it's an emotion, and it's also a doorway, an opening into manifesting. It's the material form, whereas the sun is the spirit, the moon deals with material. And with Leo, so on this full moon, what can you do? We're not going to be calling in energies. A lot of times people will be doing abundance and things like that. You can work with these themes, but it's going to be a little bit different because you're going to be releasing. The moon is full. The energy is full. You cannot pull in anything more. So what you want to do is look at the things you want to release that are focused in around Leo themes. So with that, what can there be? So one of the themes that there can be is low self-esteem. Leo actually is very full of esteem when it's in its positive. It knows itself, it's confident, and it struts its stuff in stride and shows the world in a beautiful way. It's expressing itself, right? But some of the harder things for some people who may not have strong Leo in their chart, or maybe they even have Leo, but it's just feeling a little deflated right now, this is a time to let go of things that may be hindering expressing your true authentic self. So low self-esteem. Maybe you just are in denial about your gifts and you want to hide them. Maybe you're just afraid of expressing yourself. These are things that are very hard for a lot of people, but if you don't really truly express yourself, and in this case it could even be emotionally because it's the moon, you don't get to shine, right? And then sometimes you may not get the value that you're worth because you're not getting out your true authentic self to the world and just letting people feel the goodness that is you. And so it's different for everyone. Not everyone is a Leo, and Leo falls in different places in different charts, but we all need to embody each of the archetypes and energies of the zodiac. And how hard is it to get through this world if you don't have confidence in yourself, right? What happens to yourself? I mean, I don't want to cast or project, but I think we all know what happens when there's a lack of confidence. You may not get that raise. You may not get that part in the play. You may not get the person that you're going after. Love's another thing that Leo rules, and maybe you don't have the confidence to ask somebody. So those are things to think about. And self-love is another thing too. So we're talking about love. Maybe instead of saying I'm manifesting someone to love me, saying I manifest pure and kind and gentle love for myself. Loving yourself, right? And when you love yourself fully, then you can love others fully in a healthy way, and then that energy is reflected back to you. So that's something that you could definitely do. The other thing you could let go of, if you have too much Leo energy, well, some people have too much, it can be that there's a little bit of arrogance, maybe a little bit too much wind in the sail, a little bit too much look at me, and that arrogance can really rub people off in the wrong way. I mean, some people really like that confidence. Some people just say, I don't want it. So if you have maybe a little overconfidence, and I mean, it's different for everyone, so I don't want to ever say what is or isn't for someone, but if you notice that or you've been told maybe that your ego is a little too big as far as like thinking you're number one, maybe dialing it back and sharing some of the spotlight with people. Finding the balance is always the key to this, right? Always. Like, you don't want to be too under energy or deficit, right? The low self-esteem, or overly inflated. It's a really hard balance. So these are things you can let go of in this moon. And when you let go of them, it opens things up. Like I said, love, abundance, esteem, being yourself out there. When you have that esteem, you have your esteem to get the job, make the job, create something that you want to create, get that part in the play that you want, right? Or whatever it is that you want. And then the card that I pulled is here we go. And then this is in an herbal tarot, Michael Tier's herbal tarot. Let's see if I can get a little closer there. And as you can see here, it's the cups, the 7 of cups. And I thought this is perfect. I just, channeled, asked source, what's the message to hear? And it's totally Leo, you see the mask there. Leo is one of the signs that rules drama and theater. And then you've got, and so but also a sense of play, right? Like make sure you get play into your day. And so the Leo moon is channeling play. So maybe you need to let go of doing too much work and needing to get more play in. You also see a heart. In astrology, the Leo rules the heart in the medical astrology. So making sure you take care of your heart both in self-love and physically. It also has a castle in there. Look at that. I mean, king and queen, right? I'm going to take this down here for a second. So the king and queen, they know who they are, and there's a lot of confidence there. They didn't earn their position, or most of the time king and queens don't earn their position by hard work, say where other politics and people are, canvassing and talking to people. It's like it's a birthright, right? They have that regality to them. So knowing your own regality, your own, where you shine, where you're royal, right? Everyone has a sense of royalty in themselves and letting that shine. So bringing that part out in the confidence. And so with this card, Juniper is a beautiful plant, and it also brings in protection. And it reminds, like, I looked at some of the messages, and it's about self-love, it's about self-confidence, but also not overindulging, which Leo very much likes to do sometimes. That energy likes to overindulge in food and play, and maybe doesn't want to do the work. So making sure that you don't overindulge and still, maintain a little bit of groundedness, and also not getting too overinflated and shooting other people down in the process. So I think it's perfect. Juniper can also be used for protection. And this card said it's good for cleansing the chakras, all the chakras slowly over time, opening them up. And when I thought of this, I thought, what better way to get in touch with your core, your center of your expression than opening up all your chakras, right? All that energy is flowing. You feel comfortable, you feel grounded, you feel like yourself. So if you are into plants and that you have some juniper around you, you could maybe use it, just have it around you, just to meditate on that and help to bring in the self-love, the confidence, or just think about the plant and think about the joys that it can do. With that, happy full moon. This Leo energy is good. Express yourself in unique ways, enjoy it, and share it with people, because when you share that, it brings joy to others, and that'll bring joy to you. With that, it's Jennifer at Eureka Astrology and Healing. Happy full moon.